in a very short snippet, having competencies and rating people on skills is the very essence of being people first. And it doesn't mean you're soft. It means that you care about people, you care about growing them, and at some point, if they don't want to respond to that, then you have to do something about it. But until then, you make them better.
Yeah, it's ironic that these skills and concepts that can be perceived as soft, I think, make it easier to do the hardest things in business.
Yeah.
Letting someone go is going to be easier if you've got that clear criteria where everybody can look at it together and say, yeah, it's just not there,
Right.
As opposed to one manager going about it their own way, another manager having their own philosophy, and everybody kind of figuring it out as they go from their individual perspective. That organizational approach to everything can make it so much smoother. And that podcast you mentioned, we can put that link in the description for this one, because the name's escaping me too.
Yeah,
but it was a great episode.
I'll have to get you. I forget the name of the actual episode, but I listened to it and found my mentors on it, which was really enticing to me. But it speaks to this idea. I mean, a lot of the concepts we're using now relate to something that goes back to Mr. K, right? When you think of a coaching model and you think of situational leadership, these are all things you learn as a first-line leader in the pharmaceutical industry. And so they've been incredibly helpful in our business.
Yeah, and I remember one of my takeaways from that episode was that they were putting people first, investing heavily in people, but asking a lot of them, which again goes against that notion of, it's soft.
Yeah.
It's like, well, no, you've got very high expectations for people, and you're investing in them to help them reach those very high expectations, but there's nothing really soft about that.
No, I mean, if you think about it, this is a concept that can be used beyond business. I mean, you think of the best skilled sports teams, they practice every day. They practice almost year round now. And each of them has a certain role in which they're trying to get better at. The composition of that team may change in the off season, trades may happen. In the end, every day, people are trying to believe in a system in which they're going to get better in their role so that they can produce more wins and get, and it's also true in the business world. And, that's why your question on organizational philosophy on leadership, can the top leaders have a different philosophy than the middle leaders, than the line leaders? No, they may have different tools, but in the end, they should all be rowing the boat the same way. I know it sounds cliche, but that's true.
Mm-hmm.